everybody, this is Bonnie and I'm back with card number 4 from our Dragonfly Garden online class. So if you guys did not get into my online class and you'd like to order any of the products that I'm using here, you can go to bonniescreativeplace.stampinup.net and you can purchase any of the products that I'm using here today. Also, if you would hit the little pink square over there in the right hand corner at the bottom, that lets you subscribe to all my videos and you will not miss any of my up and coming videos. So let's get right into this. For this one, we are going to be doing this card. Is this not just beautiful? I just love this set. I really do. And I love the softness of it with the basic gray that I've been using throughout it all. I really like it. So anyways, let's get started. And so what you got, if I don't list all the supplies and everything, don't worry, they're in the little, or they'll be in your tutorial for the ones that are online. I try to, but sometimes I get working and I forget. So this piece here is 8.5 by 5.5, and I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. Okay. And then let's see. And then we have some layers here. For this one, this layer is 1 7/8 by 5 1/8, and this one is 1 3/4 by 5. Then for this layer, this one is 1 7/8 by 3 1/8. And the basic white is 1 3/4 by 3. And then this layer is 1 7/8 by 1 5/8. And the basic white is 1 3/4 by 1 1/2. And if you didn't get all them, don't worry, you will be all in your written tutorial. Now, I already went ahead because I've showed you in the last 3 or 4 videos how to color a dragonfly, how I color the dragonfly. I did them all the same in all the videos. So the color I have here is pumpkin pie. I used light and dark. I colored the whole thing in light. Then I went right here on the edges with the dark, and then I just swirled back around right here in the edges and colored outward with the lighter color again. So you will have a dragonfly that you will need to stamp on the piece of scrap paper, and we will punch him out. So let's get him punched out. Oh, my paper's just a tad bit long down here, or it's the way I put him on it. Okay, we'll just trim it off. Okay, there we go. Punch him right out. We'll sit him off to the side because we're definitely not ready for him at all. All right, so we're going to put all these other pieces off to the side for a minute, and we're just going to bring in the pieces that we're going to stamp on. So we're going to use the flowers that are in the stamp set, and we're going to use the basic gray. And I'm just going to stamp this up. And here we go. And I'm going to stamp right on here, just like so. Okay. And we're going to set this aside for a minute. And then I am going to bring in this one. And on this one, I am stamping "You Are an Inspiration," but this is on here a little crooked. So let me fix it. There we go. And I'm putting it right at the bottom. There's other choices, or you can use something that you already have. And this just fits down here, guys. Okay. So there you go. And then on this one here, I just want to make sure I have it. Yep. Okay. And this one here, oops, wrong one. The flowers. Or the little dragonflies. So I have all these little dragonflies, and I'm just stamping that right in the center of this one. So right there. So it looks just like that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put this aside. And we're going to bring in our two colors. We got Granny Apple Green and your Daffodil Delight. And you are going to need some blending brushes that look like this. So what you want to do is, I was talking earlier in some other videos, it all depends on the pressure that you put right here. You don't hold the brush back here and do your blending. You actually hold it like this, and this is actually at least how I do it. And then you hold, your pressure goes here. So I have my scrap paper. You're going to pick up some of the Granny Apple and you are just going to blend. See how I'm applying more pressure to the bottom so it's getting darker. The more you go over it, it will get darker. And if you want it lighter, then you just left up some of the pressure. So it all depends on the pressure that you apply as to how dark your card will be. And I'm going to kind of go up the side of this, but I want it to be like an ombre, so it kind of gets lighter and lighter on one side all the way to the top. But then on this side, I kind of want to keep going over, but I don't want to go all the way up. I want to leave a little bit of the white. And so that's where I kind of just keep going back and forth, light pressure. And so I end up just leaving this corner free. And I kind of want to get this a little bit darker down here. So I'm just going to get it a little darker. So it gives that more of an ombre look. So that's what I did. So there is that one. So that's how you do this. Now to clean your brush so that you can use it again, just keep wiping it until it comes clear. Once you do not see any more of the color that's on this, you just want to keep wiping it off. Then it is clean and you can use it in another color. Now, I recommend using a light green for your one for your light greens and one for your dark greens, and then one for your yellows and one for your you know, your pinks, lights, and darks, because I don't think you should mix your colors. I think it's easily, if you were to mix this green into this yellow pad, you are going to have a mess of a pad. And so I don't like that idea. So that's just my opinion, and this is how I'm doing it. Okay, so now I got another brush, and I'm bringing in the Daffodil Delight. And this time I'm going to use this little one right here. And I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to use this side. And I am going to just brush very lightly at the bottom of this and kind of slowly come up the side. That's all I'm doing. I don't want a real dark color down here because I don't want it to hide away from my my wording. So that's pretty much all I did on that one right there, was just something really light. Now this one, I went ahead and I got real dark at the bottom. And you just apply and put that pressure. Where you want it dark, apply that pressure. And then just slowly come out lightly. I'm moving up I'm lifting my, what do you want to call it? My brush. I'm not pushing down quite so hard. And I'm just leaving it nice and light. And that's what I did right there. Now, you can go as dark or as light as you want. I recommend, if you want to, just get some stuff and practice blending with it. You will see what I mean. And again, let's just wash this off. Well, clean it off. This is how I clean it. They say you can wash them, but I don't know. I think that if you got to really let them dry. Like, let them dry. Because I'll tell you, you don't want to use them if they're wet. It won't work. So you really want to let them dry for a long time. I mean, these, when you get them, they are very soft, like brush bristle. So you want to let them dry. And that's good and cleaned and ready to go. So now let's put our card together. So some of these we can put together. I don't know how much snail I'm going to have left here for this card. So this one we can put on here. Okay, and this one we can put on here like this. Right here. Oh, here we go. And now this one, oh, yeah, we could put this one on. I must have put the ribbon behind it. I didn't see that until just now. We can put on here. And then I've got this gray baker's twine that is in the, it's in with the well-suited combo pack that you can get. It's in the mini catalog. It's with the ones with the suits. And we're just going to put a little bit of adhesive along the back side of this. I'm going to put the back of this in it. And then I just kind of went around this twice. Stuck that back in there. And then I'll take my scissors, cut it. And then I'm just going to add adhesive all around the back of this, wherever it can go. I'm almost to the end. I could see my red, so it's given me a very hard time because it does not want to give me any more. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I will lay this one down first, but I got to get a refiller, and then we should be all good. Okay, I'm going to set that one over there first, though, because I do want to put this one, because I didn't give it enough of a prime. Okay, there we go. All right. All righty. So here we go. So I'm going to put this one right here on the side, and then I'm going to put this one right down here so it evens up with that and kind of has about the same border, top and bottom, and a little gap in the middle. And then we put some adhesive on this, and we line it up with the top. And width-wise and everything like that. And then we are going to take some Stampin' Dimensionals here. And we're going to put a couple Stampin' Dimensionals right like this. And I end up putting this right here, just like that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pen again, just like we did last time, and I am just going to add dots, go outward, kind of like in a cluster them up at the beginning, and then weed them out, fade out towards the end. And that's how I did it. Okay. And then the last thing that we're going to do is we are going to add some gems to our card. And then I'll bring in the original here so you guys can see the original. Get some of this stuff out of my way. And grab a little pokey tool. And I just pick up a couple of these gems. I got one right here. And then I put one. Oops, I can't pick it up. Oh boy, tweezers. Here they are. It's gonna stick. There we go. And I put one right there. Sometimes, I don't know, sometimes the tweezers are easier and then sometimes they're not. And then I put one right there. So that is my last and final card using the Dragonfly Gragonfly Garden bundle. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for joining my class. And if you could give me a comment, like, subscribe, all the good stuff, that would be so great and that would help me out a lot. Bye-bye, everybody.